Let me show you a little something. Now you have to bear with me because my back camera on my phone is all fucked up, so we'll see if this is even fucking visible. But I weighed, I think it was like 155.2 or something pounds when I climbed the ultimate, the long traverse problem we've been working on locally for like 8 months, right? I guarantee right now I'm probably over 160, let's see. A little fuzzy, there's 0. Step on the fucking scale. Pretty close. It's hard to really say. Okay, so if I stand still, it's at 159 on the dot. I know that's fucking hard to see. So already, what's been 2 weeks? 2 weeks I've gained 4 pounds back. Now, what's the point? What's the point of gaining weight? Here, let me stay in the fuck garage. What's the point of gaining weight? What's the point of losing weight? I think a lot of climbers get confused, right? They think, oh, I need to be as light as possible, skinny as fuck all the time, so I can all the time feel light and climb well. Here's the thing, man. Let me put it to you this way. Imagine if you climbed with a 10-pound weight vest for like 4 months straight. Okay? At first, it's probably gonna be kind of hard. Eventually, it'll adapt to that extra weight on it, and it'll feel normal. Okay? Especially after several months, you'll have normalized being 10 pounds heavier, right? Now imagine taking that off and then trying to climb. You'll feel like a fucking superhero. Okay? That's the point of weight control. Now, let me add this too. If you're eating a lot, like I pretty much stay in a caloric surplus most of the year, right? The reason being is I want to have as much energy as possible. I mean, you know me, guys. I'm doing all these like mega sessions. You know, I've talked about on here, climbing 2 to 3 hours, doing strength training after I climb, still have energy. You know, why is that? Because I eat a fuck ton. You know, if I was concerned about, you know, being light and skinny all the time, you know what I mean? Getting in like a neutral or caloric deficit, you know, I gotta stay light. I'm gonna have no fucking energy, dude. I'm gonna have to like, I don't know, pound energy drinks or something, get some caffeine in me to even be able to fucking climb. Then that's gonna take a toll on my nervous system eventually, you know? People always pounding caffeine. Like there's no, it's a fucking drug, guys, you know? You don't think it's gonna have a fucking, that's not gonna have any effect on your brain chemistry, you know? Not gonna have an effect on your freaking nervous system. Okay, you're kicking your nervous system, you're kicking your nervous system into overdrive, you know, artificially. You don't think there's gonna be any repercussions? I don't fuck with caffeine at all, dude. That shit is awful for you. I think in small amounts is fine. And I know there's people who maybe for, you know, reasons out of their control just don't have any fucking energy, then okay, fine. You know, take your supplement of caffeine or whatever it is, whatever stimulant you prefer. But you know, eventually you're gonna build tolerance, you're gonna have to keep pounding caffeine more and more. You're gonna be like these power lifters that have like a whole pot of coffee before their workouts to even feel normal. It's a slippery slope, so be careful with that, guys. I mean, we're talking about a stimulant, we're talking about a fucking drug. You know what I mean? Don't just because it's socially acceptable to drink a fuck ton of coffee or Monster Energy drinks or whatever, pick your poison. Just because that's like socially acceptable, fucking normalized in our society doesn't mean it's good for you. You know what I mean? Getting off on a fucking tangent, but yeah, man, eat more. It's fine to do. Um, most climbers are skinny to begin with. Um, it's not gonna hurt you to just eat, you know, 500 more calories than usual, something like that. 500 calories is nothing, guys. That's like I don't know, peanut butter on toast or something. It's probably like 500 fucking calories, so it's not a big deal. I mean, I probably eat, I probably eat like close to 1,000 calories more than I usually do if I'm in like an intense training period, you know. Um, and I give that example for a reason. I eat freaking peanut butter toast every fucking day. It's such an easy way to get more calories into you, and it's a healthy way to do it too. You're getting healthy fats, plant proteins, you know what I mean? Whole grains, fucking fiber, you know? I'll probably include like one extra protein shake or maybe just a cup of like Greek yogurt with some fruit and stuff, you know what I mean? And when I get real, sometimes I get real dirty with it too, man. I'll be eating fucking just junk. It's not really a big deal, especially if you're gonna burn it off. Like, don't be afraid to eat like sugars, simple carbs, stuff like this, saturated fats. The thing is timing. Timing of meals is important. Timing of you can utilize sugar to your advantage. Okay, I'll eat that like right before a workout, right after a workout. Okay, that way I'm utilizing its energy, freaking immediately. Or even dude, during a workout, I'll eat fucking those little frosted mini wheats or little candies or something. I'll eat that during a workout sometimes, especially if I'm going like 2, 3 hours. It's like, it's the same thing as, people who play sports like football, American football, all these like outdoor sports where you're running a lot, sweating a lot, you know? What do? They're drinking Gatorade, Powerade, all the sugar water, basically, right? And, it's not gonna have that much of a horrible effect on like their blood sugar. They're not gonna have fucking diabetes in a few years because of that, because they're freaking utilizing those sugars immediately, okay? Now, let's say you're someone with an excess of body fat, okay? You'd like to lose weight, but after hearing everything I've said, you're like, oh man, maybe I do need to eat more. I gotta fuel myself. I gotta have energy for my workout. Well, here's the thing to do, man. This is just my advice. Take it or fucking leave it, okay? My experience. Still, you can freaking pound, depending on what time you're working out. You can pound a huge meal, an hour or so before your workout, 2 hours before your workout, something like that. Okay, that'll give you the fuel you need to work out. And then after that, for the other 2 meals of the day, just eat a little bit. Okay, just eat a little bit. All right, you can still be technically in a caloric deficit, but you'll have that massive meal, to fuel your one workout that day. Okay, and if you're not gonna work out, 1 or 2 or 3 days a week or something, then yeah, just don't have big meals. It's as easy as that, guys. It's as easy as that. Okay, unless you got some kind of fucking metabolic disorder or something, this advice should be good, It's really as simple as that. And that's about it, man. It's all about timing, really. Time your meals accordingly, time what you're eating accordingly. Okay, you eat some whole grains, some fats. That's gonna be your fuel. Okay, don't forget your protein. That's gonna be what it's gonna build and rebuild your fucking body after you trash it after like a 2 hour session like I do. And that's about it, man. It's as simple as that. Shit ain't rocket science, man. And you're not special. You don't just don't think you're that guy that I'm gonna fucking train as hard as I can all the time. Nah, man, you gotta periodize your training. You gotta have specific, times to do specific things. You know, have your little, muscle building, phase. Have your strength building phase. Have your skill building phase. Your power, your speed. You know what I mean? Have like your little peaking phase. Maybe you lose some weight. Maybe you do some hard climbing for like 3 weeks. That's pretty much what I did. To climb the ultimate in the big ass traverse. I felt close. I was like, okay, now it's time to peak because I'm pretty fucking close on this. So let me go ahead and stop eating so goddamn much. And I think I spent like 3 weeks doing some like hard board climbing, pretty much just projecting constantly. Now imagine if I had continued that for like 10 weeks. I'd probably have so much joint pain, dude. I'd probably be fucked up right now. You know? There's only so much time you can spend in that peaking phase. It's like balancing on the point of a fucking pin. Eventually you're gonna fucking fall off. You know what I mean? That's about it, guys. Don't be afraid to eat. Don't be like these fucking there's so many high level climbers that have like disordered eating, all these kinds of fucking anorexic, bulimic issues. It's not that fucking serious. We're talking about climbing a rock, guys. It's like the dumbest thing in the world. If you look at it, looking at it objectively, it's like you're gonna sacrifice your health to fucking climb on some plastic, climb on a 12-foot rock. Were you a fucking idiot? What's wrong with you? Anyway, that's about it. Y'all take care. Peace out. And keep crushing. Later. Fuck.